Hi, my name is Saki Jumba. This is Andrew Hewitt and this is Sam Kane. We're representatives from production company Bijou. The song you just heard is called Figure It Out by Royal Blood, and it's a song we plan to use for the music video.
So the synopsis in one line is an action thriller about a teenage revenge on a gang leader who killed his younger brother. The more in-depth version is Johnny, the main protagonist, is left angry and distraught after his younger brother Anthony is killed brutally by a gang. Now, with the other members down, Johnny seeks revenge on his last victim, the leader himself, Daryl. This then leads to Johnny following and then chasing Daryl through the woods until it all comes to a bloody end. There are a lot of films and directors that came to mind when coming up with the story and the writing process. The main ones are Park Chan-wook's The Vengeance trilogy and Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill Volume 1 and Kill Bill Volume 2. The reason being is that the main protagonists in these are out to seek revenge to an organisation or a person. They also incorporate a lot of blood and gore into them. I believe that come up with a narrative that fits perfectly well with the song and the pace it sets. I also believe that it will stand out as there are not many music videos out there that have a narrative both at the start and the end. And finally, I also hope that this could be compared to those films and the directors behind them.
So the music video will begin, as you can see from the top left, the music video will begin with an establishing shot of Daryl beating up Anthony, protagonist's younger brother. This will be intercut with Johnny buying up his shirt and putting on his mask, which altogether will last about 30 seconds. This will fade out and the title will fade in. At this point, the song will begin, and then it will be cut to Daryl jogging to that woods, where the altercation last happened. This is where Daryl meets up with Johnny, and he notices that Johnny's holding a picture of Daryl. At this point, Daryl tries to interact with Johnny, but Johnny does not respond. Daryl begins to back away, and Johnny follows, and the chasing begins. At this point, the song will begin to pick up pace. The visual will reflect this with quick camera movements and quick camera cuts. Most of the shots will be taken in a POV shot, putting the audience in the point of view of Daryl as a victim. The chasing will quickly end with Daryl tripping over and smashing his head. And then the audience will see a POV shot of Daryl looking up at Johnny No-Face as his boots smashes Johnny's face.
This is the Gantt chart we were using for scheduling. As you can see, we've got the primary times allotted in blue and contingency times allotted in red. We do have a lot of contingency time for filming, because the editing process, because we'll be needing a lot of different camera angles for the footage. The editing process will take quite a while, so we will have a lot of time for reshooting and such. And we've also got an availability sort of scale. It marks when people are available for filming or the acting scenes. This is the crew. Andrew will be doing most of the sort of primary crew work. As it is his idea, he knows what shots he wants to have on the video. He knows how he wants it edited and such. I'll be performing secondary camera work while Andrew himself is on the screen, and if he's away doing shoots, I'll be editing. And Zaka will be editing all the credit sections, so the titles and any post credits sort of thing. And he's also the location scout for the.
So the script and the shot list. So as our video has a story with it, I've written a script that includes brief descriptions and the character's dialogue. The writing process didn't take that long, because although there is dialogue, there's not much of it. The reason being that I wanted the characters' emotions to come out through the visuals rather than them acting out the camera or speaking directly to it. Creating the shot list took some time, as I need to transfer what I had in my head onto paper, and at the same time creating a scene that looks professional and matches the music's beat. You can tell that I've thoroughly thought this out, as all the boxes are filled in, which gives me an extra boost when directing, as I know what shot's next, what's after that and what follows. Also the camera angles and the camera movements were listed, which aids me to communicate my vision. The examples that I've used are the first page of the script and the first page of the shot list. The reason being that I want to to get a feel for how it starts and the mood it sets from the very beginning. Finally, I think we have a rock solid story that fits well with the song and the characters involved.
So we take inspiration from a number of different directors and film styles. The first style we take inspiration from is called Grindhouse Films. This is a film company that's known for making B-rate movies. These movies are normally quite violent and gory, which we don't plan to incorporate into our movie because we plan to aim for a young audience about 15 plus. Although we have some goal, it won't be like to the point where a younger audience can see it. They also incorporate this kind of grainy effect, which adds to the whole movie aspects of it, which we plan to hopefully do in pre-production stages, post-production stages, with using After Effects or projects such as like that. My next inspiration is Quentin Tarantino, who's known for his trademark POV cop shot. This shot is normally used a lot in Tarantino's movies to put the subject in like a vulnerable state. The audience kind of sees through the subject's eyes, and the antagonist can only look down at the subject. We plan to use this one at the end of this video as one of the key shots when the guy is looking up at No Face. And the last shot is taken. The last director is taken from James McTeague. That's taken from V for Vendetta. At the start of the V for Vendetta, it starts off with Thief putting on his mask in a POV shot of him looking at the mask. We plan to use this as one of the key shots at the start of this video. This shot kind of puts a bit of dread into the audience. Kind of injects dread into the audience.
So influential videos. At each stage of the process, I always had directors and their films in my head, which I wanted to look like or the vibe it gives off. The videos I've embedded into the presentation inspired me when coming up with the story, the script, and the camera movements, etc. So that was for the film Frittfield, or Cold Praise it now, anyway, outside of Norway. It's a Norwegian slash film that caught my eye recently. The elements I want to take from this are the camera angles and the pace it sets when the character Janique is being chased. The camera angle is very jittery, and the pace is very tense, which I also will be the case for us. So that was the film Hot Fuzz, and it was a big inspiration of Edgar Wright in general. The main reason is that when Edgar shoots his chase scenes, they're often use a lot of quick cuts and choppy editing, which keeps the audience entertained and watching, which I also would apply to us because we're applying the same method. So that's the film Death Proof, which is by Quentin Tarantino. The reason I use this is because that's the end scene, in which will be the same as ours, in which Johnny's character will there'll be a worm's eye view of him stomping on Daryl's face. The reason we use this because a lot of the worm's eye views that are used in this, particularly every Tarantino film. So this is for the film Inglourious Bastards, which is also directed by Quentin Tarantino. And the reason I use this was because this explains the final part of our video, the final shot, in which after Johnny's character stomps on Daryl and kills him, there's an extreme wide shot of him just keep beating into him. The reason that I use this because it expresses how, although he is dead, he's not quite there. He's not got his. He doesn't feel that he's served enough. Doesn't kill his brother. So the character there, the Bijou, as you can see, kills the German officer on the first or second blow, which keeps pounding into him.
So the first scene we shot in the outwards. In this scene, Daryl is beating up Anthony. Also in this scene, we also plan to add a third scene where Daryl is being chased by Norway's. This scene is about 8 minutes away from college. I'm going to take that long to get there, by walking, of course. As long as it doesn't rain, it was quite an easy location to get to. If it does rain, because it's at the top of a hill, it might be quite difficult to get to because of the mud and in between kind of the farm area, in between the outwards and the college, there's a farm area, which might get a bit muddy if it rains. The second location is the farm. In this scene, Daryl is jogging up to see Norway's. At this point, this scene is this set is only 30 minutes away from the college. I'm going to tell them to get to. Even if it does rain, it won't pose any difficulty because it's just the farm area and it's not on top of a hill or anything like that. The third set is going to be any alleyway, either not Contown Road, I believe that's Lover's Walk or any other kind of alleyway. It doesn't really matter where it is. It'd be about a 5-minute walk to any of these alleyways.
This is an example of the clearances letter I've been sending out to various local councils to try and gain permission to film in the outwards. It was initially sent to Leicester County Council, and they responded by saying we should send it to Loughborough Borough Council instead because they have the authority for the area. And unfortunately, we haven't heard back from Loughborough Borough Council yet. I have been sent them a couple more times since, and if we don't hear a response by the time filming comes around, we're going to film anyway and claim on education purposes.
So why should you invest in a music video? Well, I think the unique point of a music video is the narrative. We take inspiration from a number of different film directors and we hope to inject a cinematic feel to a movie. We also target a wide audience from 15+, which are hopefully who are all film fans. What is the money going to be used for in a production? Most of the money is going to be used either for the salary or the props, as well as the equipment. And we'll constantly be feeding you back with all the information and all the budgets we're using. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much.
Any questions?
A couple of questions. So when are you actually planning on filming? When do your filming schedule start?
Filming begins during half term because we've got a lot of free time during that sort of block.
Right, and how long will it plan to last for?
Well, it's during half term. It'll be through the first 4 days because I believe Andy he's going away for the Friday or Saturday. And we'll be using the days where we're doing music video as additional filming days where we can cover the stuff that's closer to college.
Right, okay. And also, Mansaki, you were saying in the storyboard you planned that there's going to be some key shots before the track starts.
Yeah.
Why did you plan that?
It just adds a bit more to the actual music video because we're kind of trying to because it's a narrative, we want to inject a story into it, and that's pretty much the main reason why we decided to do a little short 30 seconds before the actual music video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Does anyone else got any questions?
You didn't say what sort of roles you were going to do, like your character roles, who's going to be which character?
Sam is the character of Johnny, who's the main protagonist, but at the start, once he puts on the mask, that's when he's no longer Johnny, he's no face. And the character Daryl will be played by Saka. There's also we did have Tom as the character of his younger brother Anthony. If that goes, or if that doesn't work out, the backup is just to kind of alter the story slightly. Instead of actually seeing Tom's the character Anthony on the floor getting beat up at the start, just have like visuals or just above the waist shots, but then like a zoom shot of like Sam's character with another person, which indicates his brother, and you just hear the visuals, so you just hear like the sound of them beating them up while I was looking at it.
Okay, thank you very much.